for the two sides. Nate Britt will play point guard, and there'll be Fraser and Hall inside. Murray and Brown on the wings. Plenty of firepower there, but they also have strength off the bench as well, Ian.
Yeah, they're going with some size again. It's been pretty consistent over the last few games, Dan. And certainly looking at the stats from the other night, they're looking to pound the ball inside and really put the Scorchers under pressure. But as you say, good rotations off the bench too.
And if we take a look at the lineup for the visitors, the Surrey Scorchers, who hold that 2-point aggregate lead, everything goes through Tony Hicks' hands. He will be in the running for BBL Player of the Year, no doubt about that. Had a big first, and it will be Brown against Desport to jump it up. And it is Surrey who have the opening possession. Awumi lets fly for three. Not quite. Good offensive rebound from Robinson. And they'll get a second go at it. Awumi. Shot clock getting low for Alex Awumi. He needs to fire up. Doesn't get it off. Rocks have a stop on the first play.
Yeah, great defense by Brown.
Here comes Britt. Down to Hall. Hall gets his man up in the air, and the Rocks have the first points on the board.
He does that really well, Dan, every time. You know, that little pump fake, you know it's coming. It's not going to finish over the top of anybody, but great patience and a great early, easy score for Will Hall.
Well, we won't spend too much time talking about aggregate unless it's needed down the stretch, but we are level on aggregate, or we were, until that basket went in. You can see the first leg score on your screen, 84-82, with 11 minutes to go. The Rocks had actually a double-figure lead in that. But Surrey won the fourth quarter by 10 to take the first leg by 2 and stretch their club record to 11 consecutive home wins. Here comes Teo Ogundengbe after the steal, driving all the way hard to the hole, throws it off the glass and jammed in by Desport.
Yeah, transition score, and the last two buckets are all too easy for the Scorchers, but maybe got away with a little walk there.
Here's Britt. Down to Fraser. Fraser to Murray. Murray looking for room along the baseline. Throws it away. Awumi has it. Hicks now out on the break. Britt chasing him back. Hicks, oh! Went through the contact. Couldn't quite finish it off, though. Fraser spots up. Long two, just towed the line.
Yeah, Alex, he can step out. Fraser can step out, knock down that three, but obviously towed the line there for a two, but makes him a different proposition at the offensive end, not just a guy in the block.
Here's Ogundengbe in the corner for three. A little short on that one. Murray pushes hard, dumps it off to Fraser. He's fouled, and he will go to the line for two.
And I've liked seeing that the last couple of games, Dan, that the Rocks have not settled just walking the ball down the floor. You see a little trail play, Ali Fraser. You know, a little bit stronger there. Maybe I could have got that above the rim and maybe got a three-point play. But, you know, pushing the ball in transition and looking for something early.
First one is good. (6-4). Glasgow lead. A little full court pressure just to throw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, we've seen this in the last few games as well, but sometimes they rotate back to their zone, but not on this occasion.
Oh, good hands from Brown, knocks it loose. Can he keep it in bounds? Referee says yes, he threw it.
Great effort by Brown.
Off the Surrey player. See it.
Steps in the passing lane, knocks it down.
Good effort.
Brown's been the energy guy the last few games here, certainly. You know, he's done a lot of things that sometimes don't show up in the stat sheet, but he's been a real factor in the games for the Rocks the last few games.
Murray's three doesn't go. He's done a lot of things that do show up on the stat sheet as well in recent weeks. Some good numbers on the board. He's been very efficient this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's Ogundengbe. Robinson for three off the mark. Awumi trying to keep it alive. It almost comes back to Robinson. Here's Murray. Murray drives to the basket. Good finish off the glass.
Yeah, again, there's that transition. Pushing the ball, looking for something early. Nice little stutter move and a nice glance off high off the board for Murray for 2.
Hicks, good drive in. Despot gets his man in the air. Hicks is as good as anybody in the league at finding gaps in the defense and getting to the basket.
Yeah, and that's the one disadvantage with the Rocks, Dan, with a slightly bigger lineup, that there's always a big guard and a small, and the big's got to move his feet and stop that ball penetration.
Here's Murray. Fraser drives in, tosses it up. Awumi with the rebound. Oh, that's just reaching Hicks. He did well to prevent a turnover. Awumi thought about the 3. I think Robinson thought he was going to shoot it. And soft touch in the end.
Yeah, the Scots a little bit more alert there. Everybody got caught thinking he was going to pull the 3, but he didn't. But they picked it up and scored a 2.
Back out to Hall. From 3-point range, he's short. And Hicks in the open court, still going all the way to the basket. Just didn't get that to finish. Brown trying to get it to Hall. Gets it back, though, off the deflection. Brown drives in to the runner, and the Rocks are back in front midway through the first quarter.
Yeah, great persistence there by Brown. He kept it alive. He just never let the defender off the hook. Forced it off the dribble, but got a nice tough score.
Robinson out to Hicks. Shot clock at 6. Robinson, does he see the clock? I don't think he does. He does now to the step back. Didn't quite have enough on it.
Falling asleep here.
And Hall says thank you very much.
A great effort by Will Hall. He found himself in isolation against Hicks, made him pass the ball, and then as soon as they coughed up the possession, he ran the floor hard and got a layup.
Awumi from long range, way off the mark there. Uncharacteristic from Alex Awumi.
Yeah, nothing but air.
Hall backs out, now he drives hard. That's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, good lateral movement by the defender there, and Will Hall just a little bit sloppy, reaches out that forearm and gets that offensive foul. And here comes Mr. Acharo off the bench for the Rocks. Ali Fraser taking a breather.
Well, limited minutes in the first leg for Acharo. A bit of foul trouble in there as well.
He's been struggling a wee bit since he came back from the Commonwealth Games, which is, long enough away now that he should be, a lot bit sharper. But certainly, by all accounts, the other night was a lot sharper than he had been the last few weeks.
Nice shot from Awumi.
From air ball to swish.
Yeah.
That's confidence, though.
Here's Britt from long range. He hits the 3, and the Rocks lead by 5.
Yeah, and Britt knocking down that 3 again makes him slightly tougher to guard as well. He puts the ball on the floor and gets inside the defence, but if he knocks down that 3, he's a tough matchup.
Ball movement finds Hicks. He backs out as he takes the long range 3. Oh, wow, what a shot from Tony Hicks.
Rattles it in, that'll get his eye in, his confidence going, but it was good defence there. Again, Britt.
Again.
Yeah. Again, you're swelling. Push the ball in transition, make the Scotchers run back hard on D.
Here's Williams. Robinson puts it on the floor. Still going. Comes back the other way. He's double teamed, so he kicks it out. Williams from 16 feet knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, collapsing the defence. The Rocks look as if they were in that zone the last couple of times down, but a bit of miscommunication and leaving the guy wide open.
Alex Awumi with the bump foul. As soon as it went into Acharo, he knew he was in a bit of trouble with the size mismatch. And we're going to have substitutions both ways. Here's another look at it. You see on the switch, he tried to just knock that away quickly.
Got to watch the baseline runner here. Here comes Gareth Murray off that double screen.
Fires up the 3. Great shot from Gareth Murray.
Tough shot coming off the left-hand dribble, that's where he's most comfortable, but again, they've ran that play all year, and he can't get caught on the screen and behind the guy, especially if it's Gareth Murray in that spot.
His Hicks has it stolen away by Murray. 3-on-1, back to Murray. Murray jams it in! Bulls by 1, that's 2-point lead for London on aggregate. But it's the Newcastle-Bristol game we will be keeping our eye on as we get back underway here in the opening quarter. Williams gets it to Hicks, and Murray reaching round commits the foul.
Yeah, the Rock's been pretty aggressive in their match-up man in the half-court, but Gareth getting caught just a little bit sloppy there on the cut. And, you know, fouls racking up. Could be important down the stretch here. Ogun Dengby trying the cross-court pass, had it deflected out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock. Hicks fires up the 3. Well, he hit one from that sort of distance a few moments ago, but that one does not drop. Gillis tries the tough bounce pass. It's well read by Steele. Steele pushing. Steele going all on his own and lays it in. Yeah, early, easy score off of a really poor decision by Gillis. He does that sometimes. He takes it back on his left hand, and you can almost anticipate what he's doing, and pretty sloppy with the ball.
There's Murray backing down Steele. Spins to the fall away. What a tough shot from Gareth Murray.
Again, spinning the baseline, shooting the ball over his right shoulder. That's his comfortable area. But it's still a tough shot to make, Dan, and a great 2 for Gareth Murray.
Driving in is Williams. He can't convert, but he will go to the line for 2.
And that's Gareth picked up another one in quick succession. I think that was on Gareth Murray. That'll be probably number 2.
Well, there is 90-odd seconds to go in Bristol. Newcastle are 16 down. The 2 seed, they're 3 against 6, aren't they?
That was some turnaround in 2 minutes.
What a turnaround. The Flyers, who've never ever beaten Newcastle, well, they're certainly going to win, but are they going to win by enough? It looks like they might. As Williams converts. Nice bounce pass. Matrikov off the glass.
Yeah, great penetration. Nice little dish pass. That's good guard play. And Boris in the game, he's played really well for the Rocks the last few weeks and given them some great defence, and also chipped in with some points when it was really necessary. Rocks back in the zone again.
Williams drives through.
Again, the zone's been pretty effective, Dan, but the one thing that I did notice was that when they run ball screens against the zone, you don't want to see 2 guys in the defence guarding 1 guy with the ball, because they kick it and it makes for wide open opportunities for the Scorchers.
Speaking of kicking it,
yep,
that's the judge here. It was a slightly late whistle. It was the referee on the far side who caught it. It did look like he kicked it.
Setting that 3-2 zone again.
Raftopoulos has snuck open in the corner. It goes the other way to Steele. And it looked like nobody wanted to shoot. Pass, 24-second violation.
Yeah, I mean, they addressed the ball every time and didn't allow penetration, hands up in the zone, and it can be effective for sure, but I'm sure the Scorcher will sort it out.
Bristol have just hit a 3. They lead by 17. There is 35 seconds to go. Surely they're going to knock the Eagles out. We've got 17 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Gillis drives in. Matrikov takes the 3. Rebound Raftopoulos. There's still 7 seconds to go here. Noel driving it forward. Still Noel. Noel going coast to coast. He's blocked. Great stop by Matrikov and a good lead the game by 7. That's a 5-point lead on aggregate. Fraser backing down, kicks it out to Gillis. Gillis from 18 feet, short on that, tipped up in the air by Fraser, but Noel is there. Raftopoulos to Noel for three, knocks it down.
It all started at far too easy on dribble penetration. One kick to the corner, one kick up top. The guy's wide open for the three. Rocks have got to do a better job against ball penetration.
Fraser to Bunyan. Bunyan on the pick and roll. Goes to Brown. Brown, nice handle, driving in under all sorts of pressure. Couldn't find any room.
Yeah, he was looking for the contact there.
Gillis knocks it away.
Both teams pushing the ball though in transition, looking for some early scores, so it's a pretty open game. Again, the Rocks look as if they're back in their zone.
Cross court. Goes to Steele. Nice ball movement. Desperate. Oh, he's got to score that. Fraser under pressure. Couldn't get that one over the ring. Here's Williams. Williams drives down the lane and throws it down.
Yeah, tough play, a little hesitation, stutter move, drags it back on his right hand. And again, you know, that's a tough matchup there for Kieran O'Cara, but he's got to do better guarding the ball.
Nice pass. Brown just gets it over the ring.
Yeah, that's what Gillis gives you. He's always keeping his defender under pressure, pushes the ball inside, nice cut, nice little dump pass for a score.
Foul called. Here's a look at that one. Brown just squeezes it over the ring.
Yeah, good concentration by Brown for the finish.
It'll be a 2 free throw situation. And Levi Noel makes the first. Bristol are seconds away from going through.
What a great result for them.
Unbelievable result. Fraser with the rebound. Here's Gillis. And they are celebrating in Bristol. It has finished. The Flyers 77, the Eagles 60. Great finish here from Brown. But the breaking news is Newcastle, the finalists in 9 of the last 13 seasons, are out at the playoffs for only the second time at the quarterfinals in 13 years, as Earl Brown looks to try and get Rocks going towards the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a real surprise, but great credit to Bristol. I'm sure that everybody thought that after the first leg that Newcastle were a stick on, but you know, 2 weeks ago here in Glasgow, I thought they were pretty sluggish. I wasn't too impressed with them, but again, had a couple of guys out hurt. But you know, well done to Bristol and the two teams here fighting out to follow them into the next round.
Well, they came very close to knocking Newcastle out last year. They've done it this year, their first time they've ever beaten the Eagles, and what a time to do it. 77-60, Bristol into the semi-finals. Steele with the finger roll there.
Yeah, the Scorchers have figured out the spacing, and against that zone there's gaping big holes, and again right down the throat of the defence for an easy 2.
It's also finished in Leicester 79-67. Leicester winning by 25 on aggregate. Oh, it's tipped up in the air and it goes in.
Not quite sure who that'll be awarded to, but it's Rocks for 2. I don't think anybody will care.
So there's only 2 games still going in the quarterfinals. This one here, and London against Worcester as the 3-shot doesn't go. And they are tied in London, so London with a 1-point lead. It's 70-all with 3.5 minutes to go. We'll keep our eyes on that one now as it's tipped away, and Surrey will get it back.
Yeah, ball was stripped. Rocks looking for some contact, but a back off of the thigh of Chara, who's getting a rest now, and Will Hall coming back in the game. Again, another thing done with his zone that the Rocks put up. Gillis did a good job the last time, but when there's a shot deep in the corner, the guard on the wing's got to rebound down, normally against a guy bigger than him. So Britt and Gillis in this situation have got to be rebounders as well.
Here's Awumi. Desport knocks down a nice-looking 16-foot jumper. The gap is 4.
Again, that's too easy. That's wide open from the charity stripe. I wonder if the Rocks will stay in this zone for much longer.
Here's Britt for 3. Doesn't go. Will Hall chases it down. Fraser lobbing it into Britt. Nice finish.
Yeah, a nice little touch from about 14, 15 feet by Will Hall. He kept the ball alive in the first place by hustling up and grabbing the offensive rebound, or the chase down rebound.
Raftopoulos trying to dump it off, loses it to Hall. Gillis driving hard, still going, finds Britt in the corner. Offensive foul called. It's Desport taking the charge.
Yeah, again, great push ball. That's what Gillis gives you, but I think he was lined up for that offensive foul somewhere around the halfway line.
His first personal foul. Scorchers ball from the side. They trail by 6. As we approach the midpoint of this second quarter. Of course, that's 4 on aggregate. I said I won't. Ooh, that was almost a back call.
Very close.
Awumi drives in. Robinson fires up for 3. Here's Brown. Brown drives. Tries to reverse lane, didn't quite have enough on it. Ogundembe drives hard, good finish off the glass.
Yeah, a good concentration by Teo. There's a little bit of contact. Will Hall did a decent job though, guarding the dribble, but Teo just too good for him in that one there.
That's a foul on Raftopoulos. He was on the floor, so it'll be a sideline ball. Britt trying to convince the referee he was in there shooting, but it was on the crossover that the foul was called.
Yeah, you always want to do the smart thing, but walk to the line in the hope that the referee falls for it, but I don't think
Foul
there was a chance
there,
of that.
And his shot is there.
Yeah, well before the shot.
Britt trying to turn the corner, gets it out. Brown now. Brown dumps it down to Britt, and this time he will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, again, Brown being the creator and being aggressive off the dribble and looking for that inside pass. And now Britt does find himself going to the line for 2 shots.
Just under a minute to go in London. 73-72 the Lions lead, so that's a 2-point aggregate lead that they hold. So just 1 shot between the 2 teams. The timeout in that game. It's a 36-31 lead here for the Rocks. Bristol through, Leicester through. Ogundembe thinks about the 3, puts it on the floor instead. Gets it out to Awumi. He does take it from long range and knocks it down. Cuts it to a 3-point game.
Yeah, he's not been impacted by that air ball earlier on, Dan, but he's made the last couple that he's taken, so somebody's really going to have to pay attention to him.
Gillis' shot.
Yeah, it's not really his game. He's not had the touch there that I've seen him since he's came back, and I think that's 0 from 3 from about the elbow the last few minutes.
Hicks driving through, has the ball. Only safe seed so far through from the top 4. Hicks can't make the first free throw. The Wolves do now lead on aggregate by a point. And the second one is good. So we are tied on aggregate. So much drama going on in the BBL today. We're not even at half time of this game. Brown. Britt, top of the key, knocks down the jump shot.
Yeah, he's been a lot more aggressive with his jump shot, and he's knocked down a couple now, but as I say, it makes him a tougher guard.
Oh, it's just a little bit behind Desport. He's able to chase it down. Skips it across to Ogundenbi. Robinson has it pulled away, but somebody, either Hall or Achara, had a illegal contact in there. Let's have another look.
A little bump, and then he reached right there.
The veteran at home doesn't get away with one there.
No, he's got that innocent look in his face. I think we've all done that before.
You used to get away with them balls, surely.
Dan, I knew you were going to say that. Never. I never had an innocent face. That was my problem.
It's a Woomy from long range. Knocks down the three. Cuts it to a 1-point game.
Yeah, he's got a hot hand from the three. But again, the Rocks, two guys guarding one ball. An early, easy kick. He's wide open for three. They've got to communicate and make better decisions defensively.
Brett, long range two, it's good. Here's Robinson. Robinson again, he can take that, he does. It's a little short. Good challenge in the end from Hall, who's leaked out. Managed to slow him down. Nice work, strength to the basket from Brown.
Brown's so tough when he gets the ball that deep, and he gets that first dribble in the paint. You know, he gets to the bucket, gets to the front of the rim, and gets that score more often than not.
Owumi loses his man. Ogundenbi loses his man, can't make the shot. Achara driving hard all the way to the hole. It's tipped in by Hall. Still get themselves through, because with 18 seconds to go, they hold a 1-point aggregate lead and they have possession of the ball. It's the Scorchers who have the ball here. From the free throw line, Hicks can't knock it down.
We've got Gareth Murray in the game as well. He's got two, so he's got to be protecting and not getting that third.
Oh, deflected away. Did it touch Murray? No, it didn't. It certainly touched Owumi. It will stay possession with Glasgow as Williams comes back into the game. Inbounded to Hall. Hall, mid-range jump shot off the ring. Easy board for Desport. Two big free throws for Ojo. London need a three on the final play to force overtime. Here's Owumi. Owumi drives in hard. No way past Hall.
Again, Will Hall been very active, moving his feet.
Brick inside to Achara. Achara going to work. Nice footwork from the big man.
Yeah, a nice little dump pass by Nate Britt. I think there was every chance that Kieran might come back to his left hand there, but still, you know, great effort, good footwork by the big guy. Nice finish.
Step back from Hicks is short. And the Britt has it. Fired up from Achara for three. Oh, that looked like a push off the ball.
Yeah, the Rocks bench not too happy, but
nothing doing. Here's Ogundenbi at the other end trying to make it worse for them. Inside to Williams. Williams on to Desport. Desport drives hard. He's fouled.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to make him earn it. But they were looking for something down at their end, but you've got to play the whistle.
Well, that is foul. By the way, Joe Ickenwin has just hit a three for the Lions. They are tied on aggregate. There's 4 seconds to go. Worcester have the ball. first free throw doesn't go. Kind of need these points with an offense left. Won't want to go in down double figures at halftime.
Yeah, the Rocks going to box out here, and the Scorchers should see the ball back.
Oh, he's missed them both.
Rocks got off the hook there.
Achara out to Murray. Back to Achara. Achara goes up strong off the glass. It's a double-figure lead. Virtually at half-time. Can Surrey get a quick one? No, they can't. An excellent first half for the Glasgow Rocks. They've opened up.
They might beat us to it, Dan, yeah.
Here's Ogundengbe. Here's Hicks. Desport into Robinson, spins into a triple team, leaves Hicks open for three, and the shot still won't drop for him. Fraser along the baseline finds himself a little room. Good stop to lay that in.
Yeah, good. Good alertness there by Ali Fraser, and just found himself a little bit of room. But again, from a score to an easy score, again, your transition defence has got to be better. You've got to guard the ball better than that.
Back to 11 it goes. Here's Brown. Fraser. Fraser, it's a little step back. Nowitzki shot doesn't drop. Awumi. Ogundengbe, a lot of space and time for that three. Can't knock it down. Came off Brown last, so Surrey will keep possession.
Again, it's that transition defence, Dan. You've got to run back hard to the paint area, but then you've got to recognise where the shooters are, and you've got to close out and take away the threat. Rocks back in the zone again.
Desport as well was also there in good position for the offensive rebound, you can see on that replay.
Yeah.
Here's Awumi, shot clock getting low. Robinson needs to fire up here. He goes to the fall away and he knocks it down.
Tough shot. Fall away. Had a wee look at the shot clock, realised, 3 seconds, but took the contact, and good concentration, great finish.
Brown. Murray has it. Murray to Fraser, it's stolen away. No, it's not. He's still got it. Shot clock's low, though. Achara has to fire. He doesn't have time for a pump fake. It's a shot clock violation. No, they play on. Surrey have the ball anyway. Here's Hicks. Out to Robinson for three. Off the mark. And there's a foul there on Awumi.
Cheap foul. Cheap foul. 90-odd feet from the basket. But again, offensively the last time, the Rocks just a bit too stagnant. Looking to try and dominate and get the high-low little play for Kieran Achara. But then everybody just stands, and shot clock violation almost ended up to transition for the Scorchers and nearly got a score.
Well, Surrey need to turn those nearlies into definitelys. Do something about this deficit. And they do get a stop there. Here comes Hicks. Hicks, nice screen, sets him open, and he knocks down the jump shot. Much needed points for Hicks. No chance for back-to-back unanswered scores. Awumi thinks about the three. Puts it on the floor instead. Gets himself a little space. Tries to feed Desport, and he wasn't quite ready for it. It was a bit low.
Yeah, the angle for that pass wasn't quite there, and the two bigs in the block being physical with each other, and just too tough a pass to catch.
I think he also thought he was going to shoot, so he's trying to get himself in position.
For sure.
Achara, he takes the three. Good follow and tipped in by Earl Brown.
Great body control, and to keep himself airborne there and just tipped it off the glass. Great execution by Earl Brown.
Hicks. Hicks has Achara, goes at him, drives in into traffic. bounces off Fraser, and the shot falls short.
Great help by Ali Fraser, stepped up, and he's a big body. It took the contact that led to the turnover ball. The Rocks will be happy with that.
Here's Britt. Throwing it inside, and there's a foul called on Desport as Achara had the good position.
Yeah, it got very deep there, and they've been looking for that. That's a little continuity offence and the little shuffle screen, and Britt saw the isolation right there and facilitated the play. Again, you've got to watch Gareth Murray coming off this double screen off the baseline.
Here he is, and he steps back for three. No good. Good box out, but Desport can't come up with the rebound.
Achara over the back, maybe got away with one over the back, but no call on the play there, and looks like it's a Rocks ball.
Well, that was what Creon Raftopoulos was saying on the sidelines, and he's just got a warning from the referee as a result. And he's sat back down, not very happy with life at the minute. His team trailing by 9. Desport gets the foul. Oh, and there's an unsportsmanlike foul there on Hicks for the push.
Yeah, there was a little bit of afters. You know, Gareth drove off the inbounds pass, and there was no need for that. That was a little bit of afters. Whistle was blown. The call was dead. Maybe a little bit of frustration there, Dan, by Mr. Hicks, who's not quite having the game that he was hoping to have today.
Well, it means that Murray will be at the free throw line. Not quite sure whether he's going to get just the 2 for the unsportsmanlike or whether they deemed that first one. No, I assumed it was on the floor.
Yeah, I'm like you, Dan. I think it was on the floor.
It was. So he makes both for the unsportsmanlike, and they get possession of the ball.
Got it back up to 11 now, so it's a critical period for the Scorchers here.
Well, they were in this sort of hole later in the game on Friday night and came back to win. So they have recent memory of it. But that was in front of their own fans. This is on the road. Here's Fraser. Fraser drives to the basket. Good follow and jammed in by Brown.
What a great follow. How many times has he done that in the last few games and not giving up on the play? Good strong drive by Ali Fraser. What a finish.
Came all the way from the three-point line to jam that one in. Here's Hicks. Drives in. Trying to get it out to Williams. And it's out of bounds. And you've got the sense that this is the moment here for Glasgow to land that killer blow over the next couple of minutes. If they can, they have the momentum here.
Yeah, the momentum's a big thing, Dan, as you just mentioned, and if they can get a couple of scores here and keep the pressure defensively on the Scorchers, this could be a big period the next 5 minutes.
Well, they're into the final minute at the Copper Box. London on top by 4 on aggregate as Fraser drives in. There he is again, Brown.
Yep, again, you know, he's very elusive. He's not expecting or not suggesting for 1 second that Ali Fraser's going to make the play. He follows it, sticks it back for 2 more.
Hicks drives hard, can't convert. Here comes Britt. Britt in for 2.
Yeah, it's that little pull.
Already.
Yeah, already. It's a vote of confidence, especially in Darryl Wooden. Good on him. He's done a great job since he took over early in the season, and gives him a bit of confidence. And the platform with 3 guys already signed is great news for the club. Yeah.
Here is Robinson. Robinson spins baseline. Good strong move from Gerald Robinson.
It's the easy scores the Scorchers haven't been getting, but the Rocks falling asleep on the help.
Here's Brown. Britt drives in, dumps it off, runs back in to keep it alive. Shot clock low though. Brown has to shoot the rearrange. Tipped by Fraser, out of bounds. It'll be a 24-second violation. It would have been a Scorchers ball anyway.
Yeah, a little bit messy there, but great penetration again. Ali Fraser just didn't quite have his hands ready, but it was a tough pass to catch.
Hicks. Deflected out of bounds by Murray.
Yeah, good hands on the rotation by Gareth Murray.
And the sideline possession will be Coach Raftopoulos just checking something with the referee. And it's inbounded to Hicks. Hicks fires up the three, knocks it down. Tony Hicks.
Yeah, he comes off that ball screen high, but if you're the help defender, you can't have your hands in your pockets. You've at least got to have your hands up to challenge that, make him shoot over something.
Tried the pick and roll, the low bounce pass is read by Robinson. Here comes Steele. Steele back to Williams, drives in hard, dumps it off. Robinson has it knocked away. Scorchers still have it though. Williams takes the jump shot, and there's a foul. Is it on the shot? I think it's Frazier. Yes, it's on the shot.
Certainly the shot dropped pretty short, but obviously the referees saw that little bit of contact. We'll have a better look at it here. Didn't see much in that, but maybe on the follow through a little feathery touch, but the shot was well gone.
Well, Williams will go to the line. It is almost finished in London. London have a 4-point lead on the night, 5-point on aggregate. There's about 8 seconds left in that one. Worcester do have the ball, but they need 2 unanswered scores. And even that might only force overtime again. Well, Surrey just hanging on here. Can they summons a fourth quarter like they did on Friday night? There's still 13 minutes to go. Gillis is in a bit of trouble here. Bounces it out to Bunyan, who had to use all of his frame to grab that.
Yeah, he did. That was a risky pass, but it got there.
And there's another risky pass, but Hall gets it back. Hall drives hard, tries the circus shot, and the foul is called.
Yeah, well, smart in that situation. He was not too concerned about the finish. He was making sure there was a contact, making the referee blow the whistle, make a call. Gather himself and get to the line, and free throws right now, 3 minutes, 3.04 to go. This is really critical time. When you get to the line, so important, you've got to make your free throws.
Well, you can see Creon's face. I don't need to tell you what he's thinking as Will Hall makes the first free throw. And it is finally all over in London. The Lions have survived and advanced. They've won by 4 on the night, 5 on aggregate, but they needed 50 minutes to get it done. And London, the number 2 seed, join Leicester, the number 1 seed, and Bristol, the number 6 seed through. But is it 5 or 4? At the minute, it's looking like 4. Inside is Williams, and that one doesn't go, and it rims out, but he will shoot 2. So we have our semi-final lineup confirmed, in that Leicester, the highest seed, will play the lowest seed Bristol in one semi-final, and then the 2nd seed London will play the winner of this game. Both over 2 legs, both next weekend. Although I think the London home leg might be Thursday, so if you count Thursday as the weekend, depends how you live.
I'd like to count Thursday as the weekend. It never works that way, though.
No, here's Murray in the corner for 3, knocks it down, big shot, Gareth Murray.
I think we've seen him knocking down a 3 from that spot on the floor quite a few times.
Just a few. Robinson for 3, almost banked it in. Here's Gillis.
The high-low play, 3-second call maybe?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, somebody on the Scorchers bench was screaming it for about 10 seconds, and he never quite got out of the lane. But it's one of them where they don't really, in the old days, you get that as a 20 seconds. Nowadays, they don't tend to call it unless the ball comes to you.
Yep. But it was the right call, and
Yeah.
it was a little bit too slow in recognition from the Rocks. But you know, that mismatch in the block is there for them most times.
There's Williams backing down Hall to the little baby hook, doesn't go. Achara comes up with it.
Again, Will Hall does a great job defensively. Again, something else that doesn't show up on a stat sheet, but he's done that so many times today.
Gillis drives into the finger roll.
And that's what Gillis is good at. You know, he's not made any pull-up jump shots, but you give him a little bit of daylight, he'll get to the glass and he'll finish with his left hand.
Robinson under pressure, not quite enough to get that over the ring. Good steal from Steele.
Again, one good thing from Gillis, one bad thing.
Oh, and he's gone all the way! Josh Steele, some nice handle there.
Yeah,
Right
nice
from
handle,
the
big steps.
initial interception, and then goes all the way. They didn't stop the ball, and he draws the foul.
But again, if you're going to foul in that situation, Dan, make it hard enough that he doesn't get an and one. You've got Gareth Murray, who's obviously tired after shooting his favourite three-point shot in the corner. He's taking a little blow.
Well, 11 minutes to go on Friday night. Surrey trailed in their first leg encounter 64-52. It is currently 67-52, 67-53. So when you factor in the two aggregate points, they're in exactly the same position they were in Friday night. They need a similar final 11 minutes.
Yeah, and Coach Wood has rotated out and gave his main guys, especially in the backcourt, a little bit of a blow. Don't think we'll see them back until the beginning of the fourth quarter, which is a decent, smart move, keeping them fresh for the fourth quarter.
Johnny Bunyan will go to the line.
This is the commentator's curse. I'll take Johnny to make both of these.
I don't get involved in that anymore. The stick I got earlier in the year when Achara missed the free throw, just as I was saying how good he was at the free throw line. Never in doubt.
Never wrong.
Never knowingly wrong. Here comes Noel. Steele drives in, gets it to Williams. Williams over Achara, but can't convert.
Kieran Achara made him big there. He made it a tough finish, but he got very deep. But Rock's got away with one again.
Hall backs down, tries to go to work, and Noel called for the foul. Will Hall will go to the line.
I think Will was asking for that even before he caught the ball in the block. He's persistent, if nothing else, that's for sure.
First one is good. Lead is 17. Oh, short on that. So I was about to say, if it gets to 18, it would be the biggest of the game. It's the tied biggest of the game. Surrey 15 down on aggregate, need something quick, and they get a turnover. That's not what they wanted. Chance for the Rocks to add to this lead here. Achara to Bunyan for three. It's good, and the Rocks lead by away here. The Scorchers need to find 10 of the best minutes they've had all season here if they're to scramble their way back in. Bunyan trying to stop the fourth the way he finished the third.
Yeah. There's one guy you don't want to leave open in the corner, but he was way off of that attempt, though.
Have Surrey got one last charge in them? Can they keep this season alive?
Again, the Rocks shown great hustle and great effort, being prepared. In that situation, Brown threw himself to the floor to try and affect the defence. It's the hustle you want to see. 20 up, you still have to play hard. This game's not over yet.
Here's Hicks, drives in hard, off the glass, it bobbles out.
Biggs have done a great job coming off of that ball penetration, and every time they got to shoot over somebody, and that time again the touch wasn't quite there.
Lobbed into it, Chara, who finishes it off. He'll go to the line for one.
Yeah, great little feed pass by Will Hall, just when you thought, because it looked from here, it was a little bit too long, but there goes that big wingspan, snarls it back in and scores with the left hand. That high-low play that they've been running and looking for almost every play.
As Chara converts the three-point play. And the Rocks are getting into that point now where even if they don't score, they could still win this game. 23 ahead. Steele spins, Steele misses. And Williams commits the foul. It's one of those that looked worse than it probably was. He was going after the ball.
Yeah, he had to go after that offensive rebound. But again, you know, good help rotation. Yeah, he's playing the ball, he's committed, and there's nothing much in that. But the Rocks doing a good job on their help defence, and you know, better than it was early in the game perhaps, and it's just making the Scorchers shoot a tough shot every time. That's what you want.
Here's Bunyan. Gillis drives in, cross court. Well, it was in the vague vicinity of Bunyan, but it certainly wasn't in his arm's reach.
To be fair, you know, Gillis, you know, I like him. He's done a great job since he came back in, but he's guilty of that sloppy play. You know, the pass that he thinks is on, but unfortunately nobody else in a Rocks uniform is alert to it.
Here's Hicks. Ogundembe drives in, dishes off, it's deflected away, and Williams will let it go out of bounds so that Surrey can get possession.
Again, good help and active help as well, because you come with your help, but you keep your hands active as well, and it was knocked down, and Scorchers got to regroup and go again.
Hicks, round to Steele. Steele drives in. Williams trying to keep it alive. He does so, but the ball never hit the ring, so it's a shot clock violation. And we're into that time now, 8:20 something to go here. The Scorchers down 23 cannot come up with empty plays. They need to score every time they get the ball.
Yeah, they do. They've got to be a wee bit more effective.
Good steal from
that's
Teo.
going to help them.
And there's some points on the board.
Again, the pressure was enough, but it's not like Johnny Bunyan. That's a very sloppy pass, but your two backcourt guys, back-to-back sloppy passes, you don't want that.
Long to Brown. Now, the one thing I would say is there would be the temptation from the Rocks here just to go into let's not lose it mode. Let's just play passively as Raftopoulos all in and out for three. They need to keep playing the way they played the other 33 minutes of this game.
Yeah, of course. They've got to be aggressive. They can't play on their heels. You know, the ball movement was decent. They were getting inside-outside play. Again, do the smart thing.
And that's what they need.
Yeah. You know, it's a great combination. You know, Will Hall and Kieran Achara have worked really well in the last few minutes, and somebody's got to stop them.
Hicks's three doesn't go. Steele trying to keep it alive. He does. Steele. Back out to Teo. Here's Josh Steele for three. Great work from Josh Steele. He kept the play alive and then knocked down the three.
Again, the Rocks bench is loaded now, so here come three of the starters back into the game. The next dead ball.
Once again, they go down low to Achara. And he finds a great pass to Gillis for two.
Yeah, great. Everybody collapses on that ball entry to the post. Gillis again, he does that well. Slashes to the bucket. Good recognition. Finishes the play.
Raftopoulos to the spin move. Off the glass, Kalen Raftopoulos.
Tough move. Little drop step. Fade away off the glass.
Well, you think of him out on the three-point line there, but he showed the versatility on that one. Here's Brown driving hard. Loses out. Ogundembe comes up with it. Steele drives in. Here is Raftopoulos on the three-point line. But it's off the ring.
Wanted that one to drop. You know, he created the opportunity, watched Errol Brown fly by, but at this stage in the game, he's got to knock that down with six minutes to go.
Oh, good pass. Oh, he's missed it. Tipped it in.
I think it was deliberate. He likes those tip-ins. He thought he would give one to himself. Not only get a score, but add an offensive rebound to his stat sheet.
Well, what should have been on the stat sheet was an assist for Hall, but it didn't happen. Here's a three at the other end for Ogundenbi, but still 19 they trail by.
Long way to go, though, Dan. Again, as you say, the Rocks have just got to keep being aggressive here.
Bunyan needs to get over the half. Oh, that was very close. Brown, top of the key, short. Long rebound comes out to Steele. Oh, knocked away by Brown. Oh, Brown, reverse jam.
Can't give that up in transition. He poked it free and an easy dunk for Errol Brown. But again, a good hustle play and way to be alert.
Josh Steele can't convert at the other end.
Initiated the contact, but he's got to come away with something there with less than 5 to go.
Here come the changes. It's taken so long, they're going to have to bring 4 of them in. In fact, we're going to have a timeout. Here's another look at it. We didn't get to see it in all its glory.
Yeah, he had one of those last weekend, but in traffic. So, you know, that was pretty tame.
He did nail the landing, though.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a timeout, but it doesn't appear to have been. Looks like it was just substitutions.
I think it was one of those ones. There's so many changes that nobody actually knows who's staying in.
Oh, is there a technical maybe? There must have been a technical foul in there. Well, I missed that. There was a technical foul called, and that's why Gareth Murray is standing on the free throw line, ready for a shot. Gareth Murray makes the technical free throw.
Bit of frustration, but you don't want to be giving Glasgow any more points.
Here's Britt. Out in the corner is Brown. Airballs the 3, but Fraser is there. Dumped into Fraser, who can't convert. That still didn't hit the ring, and it will be a Scorchers ball. Topless drives in, trying to find space amongst the trees. Gets it out to Ogundenbi, stolen away.
Yeah, great hands by Ali Fraser. 3-on-2.
Britt back to Fraser with the lay-in, and he'll go to the line for a bonus.
Yeah, nice patience by Britt. Just pause for a little second. Ali reaches in for the steal, does a smart thing, gives it to the guard, gets a reward, finishes on the other side. .24-point game for the Rocks. It's theirs to lose now, Dan.
Yeah. It's one of those. Let's say Glasgow don't score another point. Are Surrey going to get to 86 that they would need to for overtime? Well, if they make a few more
of those,
like that,
they might do. I mean, they shot 33 of them the other night.
And the clock is very much against the Scorchers as well. The Rocks can just run 24 every time. They turn it over this time. Oh, no, they don't. But
yeah, they get it back.
They didn't have possession, so there's only... And actually, it's Fraser off the inbound who can't convert.
They'd actually reset the shot clock there for some reason.
And it's out off the leg of Teo Ogundenbi. And and when it's not going your way, it's not going your way.
Yeah, every little strip, every little 50-50, every little maybe call is going the Rocks' way, but
deflected away. Rocks possession. They are just over 3 minutes away from extending their season to at least next weekend. They'd love it to be the weekend after. Down in the O2, Britt drives in. Britt can't finish, but London will be in their way, and Surrey Scorchers, well, it doesn't look like it's going to be. They've been fantastic, particularly at home in the second half of this season. That club record 11 consecutive
straight,
wins, which is still going, by the way. It'll count on into next season, but it will be next season. Doesn't look like they're going to get one more chance at home this year. Awumi's still going at it.
Yeah, good hustle play by him to keep it going.
Technical foul on Creon Raftopoulos.
Yeah, he's losing a little bit of control. Don't know what he was looking for there, but obviously unhappy about something. But again, with 2:44 and your coach getting a tee, I think that sends a message. I think this game's over.
And again, he's done a good job this year with this team. Firstly, putting it together. Half the job is recruitment in the summer. He put together a good team and he's brought them together well. They've got better as the year has gone on, which is always the goal for any team. They ended up finishing in 5th place, which is their best finish for a number of years. And they can be proud of their effort.
Scorchers, yeah, for sure. And they'll come again next year. No disgrace losing here today.
Woomy knocks down the
He's
three.
not finished yet. The Rocks just got to keep control of the ball and just wind the shot clock down, and this game's in the bag.
Well, 24-second violations wins the game now for Glasgow. Never mind baskets, but they'll take them as well.
Boris just came in and gave them some great effort off the bench, and he's knocked down a couple of threes in the last few weeks, and that one from the corner.
And again, Boris gets to sit down, Boris Machikov, and
I think Darrell would apologise, and I think he made his mind up to get him out, and then he goes and hits that three. But, great effort again, coming off the bench and giving him some quality time, some quality minutes.
Well, ticking it down. They will have one more game here at the Emirates next Friday night. Grove pass from Murray. Oh! Thrown
What a great
down!
pass. What a great little scoop pass, and what a great finish by Ali Fraser. Two-handed.
Well, I mean, then we crowded out, fouled in the end, and he will shoot two. Teo at the line, shooting two. Awumi. Trudges, I think, is the way to describe that as he leaves the game. Trudges off. Big hug from his coach as the first free throw is missed. And they enjoyed that here, the home fans. A couple of years ago, they wouldn't have liked that when he was up here. Inside the final 90 seconds. Glasgow, who had to worry about 2 points coming here, having lost the first leg. They've played in two-legged aggregate games. They've lost away 4 times, and they've won the home leg 4 times. And this will now make it 5 for 5. And they qualified all but once. There was once where they, last year, they lost by 21 away, so the home win wasn't enough. They know how to come back. And to be fair, they've been in control for most of the game.
Yeah, they have been. They've always had our noses in front, and a couple of times you thought they were going to stretch it out beyond that 10-11 point mark, but they kept kept pushing the issue, and they got up to 20 plus, and the game was over.
Well, Britt with the steal. He's happy to let time run down. The fans, as they do here at the Emirates in the final minute of the game, rise to their feet to salute their team. There's no nerves going down the stretch because they know they are through to the BBL playoff semi-finals. Just the icing on the cake from Earl Brown.
Yeah, great back door, nice little look by Ali Fraser. You didn't have to tip that one in, Dan. That was emphatic.
23 points, 14 rebounds, big game from Earl Brown.
Yeah, I said I thought he would be a factor because the way he's been playing the last bit. Look at this for a finish. That'll make the top 10. He's in that quite often these days.
Yeah, he is. Noel driving in, but nothing going their way. Oh, and there's something off the ball. Is there a few words being between Achara and Noel? I think the referees teed them both up, and they're still chatting away with each other.
I think Noel thought he was fouled pretty hard going to the bucket, but there was no call. A little bit of handbags. We'll see them here.
Oh, there's a push, and there's another technical being called while we have a look at that. I think that's on Levi, and if it is, that's 2 and he's done.
Again, you know, another good job by Earl Brown. That doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but he was a referee there, just grabbed a hold of Kieran Achara and made sure that it never became something more than it was.
It was a second technical on Levi Noel, and he will have to leave the arena. Well, he's gone to sit down. I think he is supposed to leave the arena. I think the referees might turn a blind eye for the last 30 seconds. Achara, the 2 technicals cancelled each other out. The third one means it's a free throw and possession. They can't quite run it down. There's still 29.9 on the clock.
Let's just hope they play this out. There's no pettiness down in the last few seconds.
It's the end of your season. You get frustrated.
Of course, absolutely, yeah. And the Scotsers, even though down by 20, they kept playing hard.
Well, the fans start their applause again. The Rocks are going to tick it down. They are going to have to throw it up because the shot clock will force them to do that. But other than that, they're just taking the air out of the ball. It was very much in the balance through game 1, but it's very comfortable at the end of game 2. They'll take the 24-second violation. They will allow the sideline possession to be inbounded. But the Glasgow Rocks season goes on. They will be back here next week, and then they will trip down to London. They will take on the Lions over 2 legs, and one of those 2 teams